So, with a whole load of Jewish holidays coming up, I thought I'd have a go making Hamantashchen, or delicious filled biscuity things. So we'll see you at the end for the taste test, but this is how to make them. Let's roll. So let's start by preheating our baking box to 170C or 350F. So to make 16 of these delightful filled biscuits, let's start with 2 whole eggs.
2 for 2, baby. Oh.
So after the eggs, it's in with 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and take care to hope that your bag doesn't have a hole that leaves a mess everywhere. We're going to give everything a nice mix until it becomes light and frothy and goes from looking like this to looking like this. And into that slurry, we're going to add in 1 cup of vegetable oil, followed by 1 cup of orange juice, and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, at this point, you want to give everything another really good mix, or in my case, you can get your lovely cameraman assistant and housemate Miriam to come and help you with some of the heavy lifting work. Now at this point, we're in with some dry ingredients, so that's 3.5 to 4 cups of flour, but remember you can always add in flour later on. It's quite hard, unless you're a wizard, to take flour out of the mixture. And back with another mixeroo at this stage to get everything well incorporated together. Then once you can't mix any more with your electric mixer, we're going to go in with our personalised wand jangler, or spatula. Thanks again, Freddie, great birthday present. So now you go in with your baking soda that you forgot to add in earlier with the flour. That's about 2 teaspoons. Then give everything a cursory knead for about 2 to 3 minutes until it feels nice and supple. Or this is also when you can get your sous chef to do some more kneading for you. Then line some baking trays with some parchment paper and you're ready to go. So onto a well-floured countertop, we're going to plop out our delightful dough, and if you need some more space to work with, feel free to break it up into half at this point, and then let's get to rolling. Using plenty of flour to stop things sticking, we're going to roll out this dough to about the thickness of a pound coin, approximately 3mm, or about 1/4 inch. Now onto the fun part. Using a cookie cutter, or in my case the lid from an old tub of protein powder, we're going to cut out as many rounds as possible into this dough, making sure to press down all the way so they release nice and easily. For fillings, let's start with some nice chocolate spread. So open up your tub and pop in about 1 teaspoon carefully into the middle of each round. To get this into the proper traditional Hamantashchen shape, flip up 3 sides of the circle to sort of make a triangle shape, pinch down all the seams, and make sure to look at the video here rather than listen to how I'm describing it. And let's watch that rolling up process one more time. It's fold in 3 sides to make a triangle and pinch down the seams. With some editing magic, we now have 7 perfectly formed biscuits, so let's pop them into the oven. They should take about 12 to 15 minutes, but definitely keep an eye on them to make sure they don't burn. Then it's time to repeat that with the second half, and let's use a lovely raspberry jam for a different filling this time. And it's the exact same process. We want to roll this out nice and thin, and this time we're going to do a few flips-a-doodles as we roll it out, and that's going to make sure it doesn't get stuck to the counter and hard to peel off. Just like last time, we're going to use our cookie cutter and cut out as many circles as possible, making sure to press all the way down as sticking is really hard to peel off the counter. For the filling this time, we're going to add in a good blollop, or about a teaspoon's worth of jam, into the middle of each of our little rounds. Using the exact same 3-folded technique as last time, let's get all of these little fellas rolled up and onto a parchment-covered baking tray. Hey look, it's a perfect one! That fella's absolutely going to be in the thumbnail of the video. and then just pop your second tray of biscuits in the oven.
Hey Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. It's so good.
Best part of cooking.
So after 12 to 15 minutes, your biscuits should have puffed up a little bit, and they should look lovely like this. So just take them out of the oven, let them cool if you can control yourself for that long, and then bam, you've got the best biscuits you've ever made. Oh, and while you're waiting for the biscuits to cool down to eating temperature, you can admire your little collection of tiny Tabasco hot sauce bottles. Thanks, Jack. But back to the Hamantaschen or biscuits. Once they're cooled down, you can also store them up in a Tupperware, and they'll last for a few days on the sides, or feel free to freeze them indefinitely. So, welcome to the taste test. So, welcome back. We're still here, and this is the taste test. So,
Cheers.
most importantly, how does it taste? Cheers. So they have a really, really nice crumb. Chocolate or jam filling is delicious. And if you happen to live near me and you're one of my friends or family, please do come round to try some. There'll be some waiting for you. See you next episode.
Bye. Happy Purim. Actually really nice. I
Actually
quite like
pretty
these.
good.
They're like crunchy.
And if you do happen to have any leftover dough, you can make a fun R for Raffles. Or RafflesCooks. See you next time.
For the fun things. Is it
So far,
nice?
so good.
You know it's raw eggs there, Raffles.
Raw eggs are fine in moderation, probably.
I don't think they are. Okay, now we're gonna mix this into a dough.